Hello, my name is Sean and this is Cruise Through Life. Today we're going to be going over my latest Amazon cruise haul and be going over 10 items that may make your cruise experience a little bit better. The first item is this MagSafe phone stand. Now what I like about this is it's very adjustable, so you can position the phone however you need it to go. It's a very nice handy little thing, and it just magnets onto the back of your phone. Now you do have to have either an iPhone or a MagSafe compatible case for an Android, but it's very nice, it's very sturdy, it's not going anywhere. The other thing that I like about this is that it's actually magnetic on both sides. So you see it, just pop it there, flip it over, pop on the other side. Now what this means is that when I'm in the cruise cabin is I can actually stick this on the wall. Now if you need something to prop your phone up so that you can watch something while you're doing other things, just right on the wall, boom, good, it's there. You can adjust the angle if you need to. It's a really handy little device. Not actually taking this on a cruise. None of this I've taken on a cruise yet, but I'm looking forward to testing this all out. The second item on our list is a new power bank. Sticking along the lines of MagSafe, this is also a MagSafe compatible power bank from Anker. So it just pops right back on there. It has a screen here that shows you where the battery life is, and it's got a couple of charging ports, so you can use a wire if you need to charge it. And it's got a nice little stand here. It just flips out, and it can prop your phone up while you're using the MagSafe to charge. It's a very nice little feature. I've used this quite a lot, just in my personal life, honestly. It's a very useful little thing. I just throw it in my pocket and carry it around with me. And, you know, if I ever need to charge my phone, just pop it on. Don't have to worry about finding a plug or anything like that. It's been a lifesaver for me a couple of times. Next item on our list is this portable stereo Bluetooth sound therapy system. Now, this is from Sound Oasis. It's got, I believe, 20 different soundtracks and things on here. Battery lasts for about 8-ish hours. It also has a micro SD card slot here in the back so that you can load it up with your own audio files if you want to, or again, it is Bluetooth, so you can just connect it to your phone and play whatever you want on it. But my mom has tinnitus, and she uses this to help drown out the ringing in her ears when she goes to sleep. So she's been using it at home, but we can also take this on the cruise ship. She can charge it during the day, and then at night, since she has limited plugs, it'll run off the battery to so she can charge her phone. The next item on our list is, and this isn't going to apply to everybody, but it does apply to me. This is a little travel humidor. So when I'm on cruises, I like to enjoy the occasional cigar. But I like to bring my own because I only like certain cigars, and buying them on the cruise ship is expensive. Cigars are expensive as it is, but even more so on a cruise ship. So I like this little case. You can see it's got you fit 5 cigars in here, a little package for the hydrometer to keep the humidity right. But it also has a straight cut, a V cut, and a punch just right in the case. So you don't have to worry about taking those extra items along with you. You've got them. And it just stores right in the case. It's very convenient for carrying a couple of cigars with you. I mean, if you're a heavy smoker, obviously that's not going to work. Me being able to take 5 cigars is probably more than I'll smoke on a cruise anyway. But I have it if I want to take a couple of cigars with me. It's a handy little device. The next item on our list is this little portable travel fan. Now this is from Jisoo Life, and I keep it in the box because it helps keep it nice and neat. But you pull this out, and this is just a battery powered fan. It is rechargeable by USB-C, and it's got a little folding stand, so you can position it how you need to, but it actually moves a decent amount of air for the size of the fan. There are a couple of different fan settings on here, but if you set it on high, you can probably hear it if I put it up by the mic. Yeah, so it's a nice little fan. It moves a decent amount of air, and of course it's chargeable by USB-C, which is fantastic. The less chargers you have to take for things, the better. So this is a nice little travel fan if you're one of those people like me. I like to have air moving while I'm sleeping, and I usually cruise in inside cabins, so that helps a lot with circulating the air, moving it around the room. We'll just put this back in here real quick. Good enough for now. The next item on our list is kind of a different one. It's this refillable foldable water bottle by Platypus. Now, this is an interesting one because it's really just a bag, right? And so it does have a little nozzle here that you can, use it to fill it up and to drink from. But other than that, it's very, very foldable. Now, I usually travel with one of the more solid, rigid, collapsible water bottles. But I decided to pick this up and try this because worst case scenario, I figured with this, I could fold this up and put it in my pocket if I had to. As long as it's empty. And it holds 1 liter, which is a lot more than my other bottle holds. So looking forward to trying this out and see how this works on the cruise ship. Next item on our list is, and anybody who knows me or has watched any of my other cruise essential videos or anything will know, magnet hooks. I got more magnet hooks. I desperately needed more. These are more heavy duty than the other ones that I have. These are 50-pound rated hooks. My other ones are 30 pounds. So, just makes more storage on the walls. Kind of like being able to put my phone up. The walls are magnetic, so you can stick that on the wall and it will create a space for you to hang things. If you're on a cruise line that allows door decorations, you can use those to hold up door decorations. If they're not magnetic and you don't want to tape them up or things like that. So I got more magnet hooks. I'll probably pick up more. I think that puts me at, I think I have 20 of them now. I think there's 10 in there and I had 10 before. But, the more magnet hooks, the better, in my opinion. Just, you can hang up more stuff. And I give my mom some of the magnet hooks when she sails with me, so we're splitting magnet hooks between rooms, so I really needed more. The next item on our list is this little portable travel safe. So this has a metal, I don't know if it's actually metal, but it's got a safety cord here that you can come up to secure around like your beach chair or another non-movable object. And then you can open it up and you can store your wallet, your phone, things like that. Now, it's not huge, to be fair, but it's probably big enough for one person to keep your, absolute essentials in it. So, phone, wallet, it's probably about all you're going to fit in here. Dumb mistake on my part, though. I apparently didn't use the combination that I normally use for things like this. And I also apparently didn't write it down anywhere. So, I can't get into this right now. So don't do what I did. Make sure you write it down. Learn from my mistakes. I'll have a fun time going through all of the possible combinations to figure out what this is at some point. That'll be a project to put a TV show on and just mindlessly work on. Fun fact. I did not forget the combination. I grabbed the wrong one. My mother got one too. They're the same color because the only other color option is pink and she wouldn't have none of that. So this is how this works. Okay, so you just wrap this around an object and then it locks in, and that's not going anywhere unless you actually know the combination to be able to release it and open it up. So again, as you can see, it's not huge, it's not a ton of space, but you can get a phone and maybe a wallet in there. So I don't know if you can, but see, it pretty much, my phone takes up pretty much the entire bottom. There's a little space up there, and then the top, it just seals up and locks up, and then nobody can walk away with your stuff. Obviously, this isn't foolproof. This is more of a deterrent rather than a true protection, because anybody who is determined enough and has enough time, I would wager, would be able to get into this. So this is not a perfect solution, but make sure that you put it somewhere where there are a lot of people around. The more people that are around, the less likely someone's going to try to fiddle with it, because there's other eyes on them, you know. So this is not find yourself the most secluded spot on the beach and lock this up because somebody finds it. You know, they've got enough time to get in. So definitely don't do that. Also, make sure if you have two of them, you know which one is which. The next item on our list are these space-saving vacuum bags. Now, these are the ones that you roll up. I don't want to open them until I actually need them because they just tear here. And they are reusable, so you basically you open it up, you put your bag, put your clothes and in, pack them up, seal it, and then just roll it, and it lets the air escape and doesn't let any air back in, so it'll save you space in your luggage. I think there's 10 in here. So never tried using vacuum bags or packing cubes or anything like that before. I've always just packed my bag and, you know, just from throwing my clothes right in it. But we'll see how these work out the next time I go on a cruise. The next item on our list is this Matador soap bag. Now, what this does is it lets you take a bar of soap, put it in here, and then roll it up. I say you should roll it up 3 times. Really hard to do this and hold it up while filming, and then clip it together. And then what this does is this allows you to pack your soap away, but the soap will still dry through the bag. So nothing will get wet, but it will dry through the bag. So this allows you to pack up your bar soap if you have it and it's still kind of wet from your shower. They do say that you should leave it out for as long as possible and dry it as much as possible before you put it in this bag, and then still allow it to remain with open air as long as possible. But you can pack up your soap in this bag and let it dry through, and that way you don't have to worry about it making a mess in your suitcase if you're someone that likes to travel with solid soap like I do. I prefer not to have to deal with liquids, so that's a nice little addition to help you keep your soap separate from everything else. The final item on our list may be my favorite. So if you watched my video on things not to pack to take on a cruise ship, this is one that I said I actually break. So this is actually a new snorkel mask. So this is a full face mask, snorkel mask, and I kind of like this. I haven't actually had the chance to test it out yet, but you see it's got the full snorkel mask, and then it's got the snorkel built into it, so you don't have to hold anything in your mouth. I always hated that about snorkeling, but I think it works pretty well. I've sealed it. I put it on, but I've never actually used it in water. So this is the extra large, well, large / extra large size. So this is definitely the adult size. I think if you are buying this for a kid, probably up to, you know, the pre-teenage years, you probably would want to get the small size, but this is the large, extra large. It works. So, and this just spins to unlock and slide, pulls off, and then it came with this nice little carry bag. It's also got on here a way for you to mount like a GoPro, or, you know, some sort of underwater action camera. I haven't tested that out yet or even tried to put that on. I read in some of the reviews that it doesn't really work all that well for the action camera because it tends to be outside of the water if you're snorkeling. I don't know. I'll test it out. You know, I'll see if I can put my action camera on it when I go snorkeling with it. But as of right now, I don't expect much from it, but look forward to that. I'll keep you guys updated and let you guys know how that goes. If you're enjoying this video, or if you're interested in any of the products, I will have them linked in the description down below. They are not going to be affiliate links. They are just regular old Amazon links. So if you like the product, you can pick it up, or if you want to try it out, it'll be there. Also, I'd like to ask you, please subscribe to the channel, like the video. It really helps me out as a small content creator, and I will respond to every comment that I get on the channel. I try my best to do that. I won't always get right to it, but I do the best that I can to respond to every comment. So please, if you enjoyed the video or have any questions about any of the products, don't drop them on the floor like I just did. But, you know, I will be here. So I hope to see you on board sometime soon.